Well, President Davis, we are streaming. It is 1:31. Would you like to call the meeting of the commission to order? And I can.
Yes, Charlie, let's call the, would you call this a special meeting?
Yes, I can do the welcome if you'd like first and then call it to order, whatever you'd like to do.
Do you want to do, yeah, let's do the introduction and then we'll do the roll call.
Thank you. Welcome to the September 1st special meeting of the commission. The mission, the primary mission of the commission is the protection of the wagering public and the health, safety, and welfare of the participants in all lawful gaming and pari-mutuel activity. Individuals who wish to address the commission will be recognized and called on by the president to speak. After the president has recognized you, please clearly state your name, the name of the organization you represent prior to addressing the commission. All comments, questions, and responses must flow through the president by addressing the president each time you wish to speak. This procedure ensures an orderly flow of discussion during the meetings. All meetings of the governing body of the agency are public meetings open to the public except as otherwise provided pursuant to Wyoming statutes 16.403A. The meeting is being held via Zoom and also live on YouTube.
All right, Charlie, with that.
Would you like to call the meeting to order then, President Davis?
It's called to order. Can you do the roll call, please?
Roll call. President Davis.
Here.
Here. Vice President Broussard. Vice President Broussard, I don't see you, so. Commissioner Cavallo, you're here.
Yes, indeed.
Commissioner Daigle. Thank you. Commissioner Barry is excused. Commissioner Leinen.
Here.
Commissioner Leinen is here. Commissioner Kura
Here.
is here. Thank you, and I'm not sure, I think it's probably my connectivity. So if it gets bad, I can turn it back over to you all, President Davis or Mike Taylor or David there.
Okay, with that, Charlie, we have a quorum, correct?
Yes, we do. We have a quorum. Thank you.
Okay, then let's proceed with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic and nation God,
Nation,
with liberty for all.
indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
With that, Charlie, we'll go to item number 2, the agenda. Discussion and consideration and possible action. Is there a motion to approve the agenda as presented?
Mr. President,
Okay, Commissioner Daigle and Commissioner Lyman. Okay, all in favor, raise your, no, we won't do raise your hands. All in favor, aye.
Aye. Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Okay, motion carried, Charlie. Item number 3, approval of minutes. First item under there is the minutes of the July 9th special meeting. Has everybody had a chance to review that? And the second one underneath there is the special minutes of August 2nd. Has everybody had a chance to review that?
Yes.
With that, I think we can just, I'd entertain a motion to approve the minutes of both those meetings.
I so move.
Second.
Okay, was that Commissioner Lyman moved?
Para.
Oh,
Commissioner Para moved.
and Commissioner Daigle second. All in favor, aye.
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 Those opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Item number 4, Charlie, online sports wagering operators and vendors. First item underneath that is A, Crown Gaming, Inc. Would you like to introduce this, please?
Yes, thank you. And at any point, commissioners, if you're having a hard time hearing me, just kind of go like that maybe, and then I can pass it back to either David or Mike to present things. So again, item number 4A, Crown Wyoming Gaming LLC, a Wyoming limited liability company, a subsidiary of Crown Gaming Inc., a Delaware corporation, and DraftKings Inc., a Nevada corporation, DraftKings. The summary: on July 28th, 2021, Crown Wyoming Gaming, a limited liability company, subsidiary of Crown Gaming Inc., a Delaware corporation, and DraftKings, a Nevada corporation, formally submitted online sports wagering permit applications to the WGC. The commission, excuse me. DraftKings was originally formed in 2011 with a daily fantasy sports application and has since become licensed to offer sports wagering in 11 jurisdictions within the United States. The staff review: David Carpenter, Program Manager, Sports Wagering and Skill Games, along with Special Blair Mendy, and myself have conducted a complete review of the applications, which included but not limited to the following: completed permit applications, U.S. jurisdictions currently operating, Secretary of State's filing, internal controls, change management, house rules, reserve bond requirements, certification letters, compliance meeting minutes, financial history, patron protection, self-exclusion, and third-party vendors. Upon reviewing, commissioners, in your confidential packet, you see quite a lengthy summary of their application. Again, we have gone through this all. Also, just as a side note, GLI has done a complete system review, and that is also included in your packet, their review of the applications. But the staff does recommend a full approval of Crown Wyoming Gaming LLC online sports wagering application, along with their associated vendors. I will go through quickly their vendors. Or David, how about you take over and go through the vendors, if you don't mind?
Okay. For Crown Wyoming Gaming LLC, the data providers are IMG Arena US LLC, based out of New York, New York. Sport Radar Solutions LLC, based out of Wilmington, Delaware. Swish Analytics Wyoming Inc., based out of San Francisco, California. Sport Media Inc., based out of New York, New York. SimpleBet Inc., based out of New York, New York. Sports Content Co. out of Fairless Hills, Pennsylvania. And our data center, which does have a server based in Wyoming, in Cheyenne, is Continent 8 LLC, Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Our geolocation services are Vancouver, British Columbia, GeoComply Solutions Inc. And our integrity services is US Integrity Inc., based out of Las Vegas, Nevada, along with Internet Security Services, which is TBG Security Inc., out of Franklin, Massachusetts. Their Know Your Customer Service vendors are Ideology, out of Atlanta, Georgia. LexisNexis Risk Solutions, out of Alpharetta, Georgia. OnFido Inc., out of Camden, Delaware. And then their payment processors include PayPal out of San Jose, California, Global Payment Gaming Services out of Niles, Illinois, Interactive Communications International, Atlanta, Georgia, Mazuma US Inc., Atlanta, Georgia, PaySafe Merchant Services Corp., Montreal, Quebec, Canada, Sightline Payments LLC out of Las Vegas, Nevada, OBET Payments LLC, San Carlos, California, WorldPay Gaming Solutions, Cincinnati, Ohio, Skrill USA of Miami, Florida, and then their software platform provider is SB Tech Malta Limited.
And where are they out of?
Malta.
Malta. Okay.
Do you want me to go through BetMGMs as well right now?
I think we want to
Not
handle
at this time.
Okay.
Let's just,
Sounds good.
not at this time.
So at this time, Charlie, we would be looking for a motion for Crown Gaming, Inc. Is there a motion to approve that?
Mr. President.
Thank you, Cactus. Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, Randy, did you second?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Do we have any discussion here? Is there any discussion on this motion? Hearing no discussion. Do we want to do a roll call? Art now, heck. All in favor of Crown Gaming, Inc., say aye.
Is there any discussion from the public?
Nick, do we have any discussion from the public?
I don't see any hands raised at this time.
Okay, thank you, Nick. Charlie, there doesn't seem to be anything from the public at this time. All in
That's good.
favor? All in favor, say aye.
Aye. Aye.
Those opposed, same sign.
Did you vote?
Pardon? Yeah, aye.
Oh, okay.
Aye. Eddie? Aye. Malta? Okay. Motion carried. At this time, Charlie, could you go to item B, BetMGM?
Yes. Thank you, President Davis. BetMGM, a Wyoming limited liability company doing business as Roar Digital, a subsidiary of MGM Resorts International, and Intane PLC, BetMGM. On August 6, 2021, BetMGM LLC, a Wyoming limited liability company doing business as Roar Digital, a subsidiary of MGM Resorts International, and Intane PLC, BetMGM, formally submitted its online sports wagering operator permit application to the commission. BetMGM was originally founded in 2018 in order to expand its MGM Resorts International Nevada gaming footprint into newly opened domestic markets, including Wyoming. Since that time, BetMGM has been licensed to operate in 15 jurisdictions within the United States. Staff review. David Carpenter, Project Manager, Sports Wagering and Skill Games, along with Special Agent Mende and Charles Moore, Director, have conducted a complete review of the application, which includes the following: completed permit, U.S. jurisdictions, Secretary of State filing, internal controls, change management policy, house rules, reserve bond requirements, excuse me, certification letters, compliance meeting minutes, financial history, patron protection, self-exclusion policies, and third-party vendors. The staff does recommend full approval of MGM's online sports wagering application and their associated vendors, subject to receiving their audited financial statement, which is we should have by the end of this month, by October 15th at the latest. In your packet, Commissioners, again, you'll see a complete review along the geo-comply information, their application. You see their ownership chart. We also have included in there, and I'll have David read it when we get to it, is their associated vendors. Again, we have the GLI report along with that. And along with both of these, or we'll handle this when we get finished with this one. David, if you go ahead and read this, the list of vendors for them, if you wouldn't mind.
For BetMGM, its data providers are Swish Analytics Wyoming, Inc., based out of San Francisco, California, along with Sports Content Co., LLC of Fairless Hills, Pennsylvania. The data center, again, with a location in Cheyenne, Wyoming, is Continent 8, LLC. Geolocation Services, GeoComply Solutions, Inc., out of Vancouver, BC. Their Know Your Customer Service vendors are Aristotle International, Inc., CAMS, LLC, Ideology, Inc., and Sovos Compliance, LLC. Their payment processors are PayPal, Inc., out of San Jose, California, Global Payment Gaming Services out of Niles, Illinois, Mazuma US, Inc., out of Atlanta, Georgia, PayNearMe MT, Inc., out of Santa Clara, California, PXP Financial, Inc., out of New York, New York, Sightline Payments, LLC, out of Las Vegas, Nevada, OBET Payments, LLC, out of San Carlos, California, and WorldPay Gaming Solutions, LLC, Cincinnati, Ohio.
With that, Commissioner, we would be entertaining a motion to issue a permit for BetMGM. Is there a motion to do this?
President Davis, so moved.
Thank you, Randy. Is there a second?
I'll second that.
Thank you, Dick. Discussion. During discussion on BetMGM at this time.
President,
Yes, go ahead.
can I just ask a question of Charlie or staff? Is there a reason why we hadn't received their audited financial statements, or what was the reasoning behind that?
Charlie or
Director
That
Moore.
would be a question for David to respond to.
Okay. Thank you, Commissioner Daigle. The reason is they just got established right at the end of 2018, right after the PASPA law was put into effect through the Supreme Court decision. And so 2019 was basically their first year in operation. And I believe they're on a June or July to June type of calendar year. And so this is actually their first year of auditing as a company.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yep.
are there any other questions from the commissioner? Is there any questions from the public? Any discussion from the public?
Not showing any hands for this, President Davis.
No hands, Nick? Okay, at this time, then I would, all in favor by saying aye?
Aye.
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 Aye. Those opposed, same sign. Hearing none, motion passed. Okay, Charlie, did we,
President Davis, we do have one other item here that's in your book along with this, and this is customary. You do have your catalog I wanted to bring to your.
everybody have their catalog there that David has put together for this?
Yes.
Yes, and I had some connectivity issues. For some reason, I lost my connection there for a moment. David has put together the
Do you want to go over this catalog, David, since we temporarily lost Charlie?
Yep.
I guess, can you hear me now?
Yeah,
Yes.
you're back.
You're back.
Okay, for some reason I keep losing this. I don't know what the problem is. But yes, we do have the catalog. And if you have any questions on the catalog and in the future, the catalog is virtually identical to what we have with the horse racing. That's a staff approval. We will be getting updates constantly through this, so it's logistically impossible to do commission meetings to update this catalog continuously. So what I would ask of you is to give me the authority to go ahead and make the updates in the future.
So this is kind of like work in progress. Is that what you're saying, Charlie? This,
Yes, it's continually being updated, and they're adding constantly to these lists, the different events. And David could expand on it maybe better, since my connectivity is marginal here.
President Davis, one thing that happened over the COVID era is a lot of these operators started wanting to expand into other sports, other activities as other events got canceled. And so there was a real rampant push to get a bunch of different things authorized throughout these jurisdictions. Generally speaking, I don't think we're going to have very much, as this is pretty comprehensive to just about every sport that is available at this time. There will be a few additions along the way, and then they also have the opportunity to request permission for additional events that are not technically sports per the statutes. Such things would include the Nathan's Hot Dog Eating Contest, things of that nature. Esports as well, I've left off for right now, but they can come back and request those items to be added to this list. Additionally, I put together a directive that listed out the wager types, the wager markets, and then our list of events and other items that are not, or that are prohibited. Such things include injury-related wagers, arrest-related wagers, things of that nature.
they can wager on that?
Not anymore.
Not anymore, all right. But we do have cornhole, Charlie, I've seen that. That ought to be.
President Davis,
Yes, go ahead, Randy.
I'd like to make a motion to allow Executive Director Moore to update this catalog with staff advice at his discretion.
Is there a second out there?
I'll second that.
Thank you, Sherry. Been moved in second. Any further discussion? Any discussion on the catalog?
President Davis, I just want to chime in real quick and let people know that I will have this thing published on the internet, on the website. It'll be in two formats, similar to the one you have, and also in an Excel spreadsheet format, so that people can filter it and sort it.
So they'll be able to pick this up off our webpage?
Yes,
Okay,
it'll be published today.
okay, will be published today. Any more discussion? Any more questions?
All for the question.
All in favor? Aye?
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed, same sign? All right, Charlie, with that, would you like to expand a little bit on why we're having this meeting, that we did get the rules signed by the governor?
Yes, we did, thank you. We did get the rules signed and submitted to the SOS. They were posted this morning at about, I think, 10:45 on the SOS site and approved. So the emergency rules have been signed. So we've met our statutory requirement. Thanks to you all and the cooperation of a lot of people, and I appreciate all the hard work that's gone into this.
Well, we
President
appreciate.
Davis,
Go ahead,
President,
Randy.
I just have a comment. On a very, very short timeline, I'd like to commend both Executive Director Moore and all of his staff and our legal counsel on getting a rather rushed and complicated piece of rules and regulations done. They did an outstanding job, and I just want to recognize them.
Very good, Randy. Any other comment?
Gentlemen, I'm going to have to get off the meeting unless you need me, because I'm going to have a roommate here in about 2 seconds here that just got out of having a hip replacement. So thank you very much, and I'm going to jump off.
Give
Good
her
luck.
a
Yeah,
hug.
Charlie.
Take care.
Okay, with that, there is no other business.
President Dance.
Yeah,
Real
Nick?
quick, there was a question asked throughout the meeting about the approved sports books, when they can officially launch after their approval.
David?
Nick, it's my understanding, and I believe it's Director Moore's understanding, that as soon as I send out these emails with their digital license and license number, that they will be approved and prepared for launch. So I believe effective at the close of this meeting,
2 o'clock.
they're ready and able to launch.
Thank you.
Are there any other questions out there, Nick?
Keep it open here for a couple seconds to see if anything else pops up.
Okay. And with this, we'll probably be having some more special meetings in the next months coming. So everybody keep your computer ready. Did everybody finish their classroom work that was assigned to us?
Yes, sir.
I have to say, no, I'm stuck on page 12. I can't get beyond page 12. So I should be able to fix that here this afternoon. A different server, hopefully. All right, with that then. You have any?
Questions that come through.
Okay, with that, are you good, Nick?
Yep.
I'm assuming that was a yes.
Is a yes.
All right, meeting adjourned then. Thank you, everybody.
Good afternoon,
Thank you.
gentlemen. All right, bye.
Great job.